Maybe there are other reasons, bigger reasons at play here.
I know. You know that I believe everything happens for a reason, don't you? And the more I think about it, the more I know what that reason is. Oh, Sal, I did a terrible thing. That's why Dan's dead. It's all my fault.
Every time something went wrong in our marriage, Dan's gambling, we'd able to have our own child. I know it sounds crazy, but part of me wondered whether maybe I made it happen. Maybe God was punishing me. Is that really how things work? Leah, you're a good person.
I'm not a good person. I've done things I shouldn't have. When I married Dan, I knew Vinny was alive. He was still my husband.
But you also knew that you never had a chance of living a life with him. When the police took Vinny into witness protection, they told you he was dead. In the eyes of the law, you have done nothing wrong.
But in the eyes of God,
you loved Dan. How could that ever be considered wrong?
Because I knew. Peter told me Vinny was alive, and I still said my vows to Dan when I knew it was a sin. And now he's punishing me.
Leah, you can tell yourself anything you like, but Dan did not die because your marriage was wrong.
You don't know that.
Something happened to me. Leah, something that I want to tell you about. I just hope that when I do, you don't hate me for it. It's not your fault that Dan was taken from you. It's mine.
Thank you.
You don't get to my age without going to your fair share of funerals. Burying someone who's lived out their years, well, sad as it is, you can make your peace with that. But not this. Dan was far too young. Breaks my heart. He had his whole life ahead of him. Darling little Leah. They were such a wonderful team. I only hope that whatever Sally's saying to her now can give her some kind of comfort.
What's going on?
One of the doctors just told me Sally's going to be leaving the hospital soon.
When?
In a day or two. She's not moving back to her house, though.
Well, where's she going?
To stay in the city with her foster mother, I think. Anyway, now that she's leaving, there's no reason for you to be hanging around here anymore. You're well enough to be up on your feet, so let's go. We'll just grab the rest of your stuff. I'll take you out of town, anywhere you want to go.
I'm not going anywhere until I finish what I came here to do. So you find a way to get me into that hospital room before she leaves.
I know that this is hard to believe, but I honestly believe that it's true.
Tom gave you the choice to live or die, and the fact that you chose to live,
It meant that Dan had to die in my place. If I'd known that anyone had to die instead of me, I would have stayed there. I would have gone to be with Flynn. But Tom didn't tell me that part of it until after I'd made the decision. I never knew what the consequences were going to be. I know that this must be hard for you to hear, Leah. I had to tell you I couldn't bear thinking that you were going to go through your whole life thinking that all of this was your fault. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I just hope hope that you can find some kind of peace in all of this.
You're beautiful.
So you believe me.
And it means the world to me.
Oh, I'm glad. I just want to help you through this.
I know you do. I know you do. Why else would you come up with an amazing story like that?
Oh, it's not a story.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I know why you did it, and I love you for it, because you're right. I can choose to interpret this as my fault, but is that what Dan would want me to feel? Is that what he'd want me to pass on to Ryan and VJ?
No. He just want you to remember the love that you had for each other. And nothing more.
You're an amazing friend.
She kept blaming herself. It's the only reason I told her about Tom. I did listen to what you said, but in the end I had no choice. I'd rather that she hated me than hate herself for what happened to Dan.
Still a huge risk though, Sal.
Yeah, I know, but it worked. Just not in a way that I could have ever imagined. I was bearing my soul to Leah, and she didn't believe a word of it. She thought I was making the whole thing up.
Well, that's not hard to understand why, is it?
I know what you think, but after being with Leah today, it just confirms everything that Tom said.
Can I say something to you, please? Look, I don't pretend to understand what you've been through, darling, but I mean, you've had to face up to your own mortality, and most people don't get to do that halfway through their lifetime, but you really do need to put this behind you.